Welcome back to Movie Summary. Today we are diving into a film called The Perfect Date. The movie begins with a young man named Brooke who is applying to colleges stating why he is the one they are looking for. He even compares himself to Steve Jobs. He reads his big extraordinary letter to the guidance counselor who had enough. She stops him saying to him he just used a bunch of big words with no substance. She advises him to rewrite it if he wants them to accept him. The poor Brooke come out and another student Reese, who has a nice car, makes fun of his little modest one. He then takes that car arrives home. His dad asks about the meeting with the counselor. But he tells his dad that she reminded him that Yale is competitive. His dad doesn't understand why he wants to go that expensive university while he kept suggesting him another one. But Brooks wants Yale, not Yuka, which his dad wants. Being accepted by Yale means you are special for Brooks. After school, Brooke and his best friend Murph work at a diner. They both are trying to apply to Yale, so they share what they write. But Brooke is having a hard time finding something interesting to write about his life. Reese, the cool student with the car, then walk in with a friend. Brooks is keeping an ear open on their conversation. Reese complains that he has to take his cousin out as asked by his family, and even paid. But he doesn't want to because he has a shot of spending a night alone with his crush Madison, so Brooks yells at him, "I'll take your cousin." Reese makes fun seeing working at a diner. But Brooks wants the pay plus taking his cousin out and even use his car. Reese agrees, and that same night Brooks is driving Reese's BMW i8. Murph can't believe he accepted the deal, but Brooke reminds him he is getting paid to take a girl out. It's a great deal. Minutes later, he arrives at her house all suited up. Her dad opens and welcomes him in. Upstairs we can hear the girl not really liking the shoes her mom wants her to wear, so wear some boots. She then comes out and her name's Celia. Brooke tries to welcome her in a gentleman manner, but she seems to be a little rebel. She can't believe Reese let him use his car and understand how desperate he didn't want to spend time with her. Brooke then opens the door for her, but she tells him she can open her own doors. On the road she makes him stop at a coffee shop and tells him to pick her up after. He is surprised she rather hang out here instead of a high school dance. He refuses and she tells him she can make her choices. He insists, believing they can have a good time tonight, and she agrees. They then arrive at the high school dance. Brooke is surprised no one is dancing and decides to change that by pushing Celia to dance. At one point couples are dancing, so he grabs her hand to come closer. At this moment, he notices a beautiful girl across the room and is speechless. Her name is Shelby. Because of that he steps on Celia, making her mad. He brings her some ice and Shelby comes to her asking if she is okay. She also invites them to an after party at her house. Brooke immediately says yes, but looks at Celia with her broken ankle and says no. Shelby introduces herself to Brooke. Feeling their chemistry, Celia tells him let's keep moving. After the night, he drops her back to her house. He tries to open the door for her, but she opens it herself. He then realizes her broken ankle changed legs, which means she faked it. Brooks gets frustrated that he missed Shelby's after party because of her fake injury, but she tells him he doesn't belong there because he is poor. The dad opens, Celia storms inside and he pays him. Brooke is surprised as he pays him way more than expected. Minutes later, Reese checks his car to make sure there is scratches. He then leaves. The next day, Brooke is back at work with Murph. He convinces him to use his coding experience to create an app where rich girls can order him, similar to the experience he had yesterday. Murph jokes, saying that makes Brooke a hooker. The next day, Brooke's dad cooks him breakfast because next year his son will in college and won't in the house anymore. But Brooke realizes how excited his dad look and wonders what's going on. He reveals that the university he wanted for him, UConn, accepted him. But Brooke isn't excited. He doesn't want to go to a public college. He wants Yale. That same night, he is stalking Shelby's Instagram when he receives his first order with the app. A girl needs a date for an art show. Brooke dresses the part and becomes an expert in art. Days go by and more dates come in so many various fields. Brooke is literally a chameleon. He becomes exactly what they need him to be. One day, he receives a call from Celia, who half apologizes to him for her behavior. She needs his services. As soon as she mentions it's a party at Shelby's house, Brooke is on board. She has a crush Franklin and wants to make him jealous by looking like a couple with him. The night arrives and he reveals to her about the app. She is intrigued. They step out to the party and he is impressed by Shelby's house. Inside, Shelby welcomes them. Brooke jokes that her house is so different from his poor house, but to keep her status, Celia says he is joking and that he is from a rich neighborhood too. Shelby then catches her dad talking to another girl, so she goes to stop him. At this moment, Celia sees her crush and panics. She pretends to have a conversation with him, but Brooke finds it ridiculous and thinks she should just go talk to him. So he grabs her hand and brings her to Franklin, telling how great music taste she has. Both get into a deep conversation, so Brooke leaves them alone. He goes to grab some juice when Shelby comes to him. She finds him funny and can't believe he is rich and funny. Minutes later, he comes back to Celia, who is alone on the couch. He gets her some ice cream and asks where is Franklin. She tells him she doesn't want to see much of him before their date. Brooke is impressed and she reveals she is the one who asked him on a date because she is the master of her universe. She continues by saying now they have to their breakup, she wants it to be public. So she suggests another party where Shelby will also be at. Minutes later, they leave the party and Celia reveals her father is friends with the president of Yale, the same university Brooke is trying to get into. So she offers her help and he of course would be delighted to. She will try to talk to her father. Brooke then goes home. His father wonders what have been going on with all the late nights lately. Brooke tells him it's just some teenage stuff. He then tells his dad it would be nice he starts cleaning up more around the house to look nice. The next day, Brooke is back at work with Murph. He realizes Murph is a little down today. He reveals to him that they don't spend much time together anymore, which gives them not much stuff to talk about. Brooke realizes it and makes plans with him. Murphy's crush then walks in and Brooks makes fun of him for blushing. That same night, Brooke is on another of his dates. This time he is with a rich family and is pretending to be a loud, cool frat party loud guy. The dad is hating him like expected by her daughter. Celia then gives him a call, announcing to him that she got him an interview with Yale tomorrow. Brooke is in disbelief, he is so close to his dream. The next day, she picks him up and is laughing at him trying to dress smart. They finally arrive to Yale and Brooke can't stop looking around. He is then called for his meeting. He's nervous and Celia wishes him luck from far. Brooke enters the room with the interviewer. This is his moment. His dream is just across the room. Will he seize it? Find out the end of this charming story in part 2 attached here tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out other movie summaries we have on our channel.